Hi, my name is Bumi Akarakiri, and I'm applying for Mental Health America's Youth Policy Accelerator. I want to take part in this opportunity because even though I have held roles in the youth advocacy and mental health space, they have largely been youth led, which meant very independent work, very self guided. And even though that was great for empowering me and believing in myself, I feel like I am at the stage of my career now where that tailored mentoring and guidance would really come in handy. So, one of the reasons why I want to apply is to have that connection with more experienced professionals, to be able to help me plan out my career steps, but also to refine my foundational skills in research, policy, and writing. Second, unfortunately, the youth advocacy organization that I was working at made me redundant due to funding constraints. And this left me with a mental health existential crisis at the time, just because I didn't really know how to continue in this space without that backing of a title or an organization that makes me come across as more credible or valuable to stakeholders. So again, this opportunity would help me work out my next steps, but also engage with stakeholders and connections to help rebuild what I had lost at the time. I've experienced my personal struggles up and down with mental health. Growing up, I grew up in London and I attended a under-resourced school which has since closed down. And I'm someone who loves learning. I'm always trying to pick up new skills. I love reading. My piano is behind me because I'm now learning how to play the piano, and just that love for knowledge is really what drives me. So it was really difficult attending a school that was not really supported in that way. Also, I was born in the US, I grew up in London, but I moved back to the US permanently to be in DC when I started college, and that was during COVID time. So not only was I navigating my first time out the country in over almost 18 years, I was navigating an unfamiliar environment where I felt very isolated due to the policies that were still in place because of COVID, but also just being in a new city, a new country. So that really fueled my ambition to work in this youth advocacy and development space. And since then, I've gained multiple opportunities. One of my first being working with a lobbying organization where I completed a policy presentation on increasing mental health support in K through 12 institutions. And that outreach actually led to a subsequent internship with the Committee on Education and Labour, where I was able to gain deeper exposure into that education space in the US. Also, whilst working for a policy resolution group, I took initiative to ask for any pro bono opportunities, and they were actually working with the Trevor Project, so I was able to support their congressional outreach as well. Aside from this, I have worked at a mental health outpatient facility at front desk. And even though I wasn't necessarily engaged with the clients that would come in, I did participate in a lot of mental health, programming, which helped me in my understanding of how to address and recognize those symptoms of mental health. Also, while studying abroad in Botswana, I engaged in volunteer opportunities working with young people. And even though this wasn't directly mental health related, I view mental health as a holistic approach, so supporting youth well-being and development as well. So in Botswana, I was working with an organization called Young Minds Africa, helping out with their Model Parliament initiative. And one of the things I enjoy is just seeing young people progress in their skills, whether it be debating, research and writing, understanding just basic knowledge intake. So this is why for the past 3 summers in the US, I've been working with an organization called the National Student Leadership Conference. And again, even though I am a facilitator for their national security program, I also double up as a mentor and an advocate, as well as being a residential assistant. With this opportunity, I really hope to gain a peer-to-peer network where I can lean on people for career advice, but also just navigate this space together. I also want to gain a better understanding of the education space, especially as the Department of Education has been dismantled. And I really hope to increase my knowledge and experience in this field. So thank you again for this opportunity.